manage or reduce your morning stiffness. Now, many of us who suffer from back pain, neck pain, that is basically spinal pain or joint pain, have had morning stiffness at some or the other time, and it can be it can range from just a little bit of aches and pains to a little bit of stiffness to debilitating stiffness that just doesn't allow you to get out of bed comfortably. So today in this video, let's talk about how can you reduce your morning stiffness. And I will give you 5 simple tips, all natural tips, not medication, but talk about 5 natural tips that can help you manage or reduce your morning stiffness. Now, before we get into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is, back and neck, and joint pain. I do this by giving you simple exercises, easy lifestyle tips, some hacks, tips and tricks, and I also talk about some natural non-toxic products that have helped me in my own spinal and joint pain journey. And I do all this without taking away a big chunk of your time because, hey, we're moms, we're busy people. I understand that we don't have a big chunk of time, like a few hours, to dedicate to this spinal and joint pain that we have. All right, so let's get back into how can you reduce your morning stiffness. So the very first thing you can do when you wake up is to use a hot pack. Now you could there are a variety of hot packs out there, and you can use the one with the hot water bottle or an electric one, or whichever you fancy, really, whatever works for you. They all are superficial heating devices that can help you with your morning stiffness. Now, when you have been asleep in the night, you've not been moving around for those 6, 8, 10 hours, whatever is your sleep duration, then sometimes your body can feel stiff, and especially if you have any issues with your spine or joints like arthritis or even degeneration or disc issues, nerve pains, etc., it can lead to a lot of morning stiffness. So heat will help to ease the muscle spasm that creeps in through the night, and once you reduce this muscle spasm, it will relieve your morning stiffness as well. I have written a blog on the same topic about reducing your morning stiffness, and I will leave a link in the description of this video. And You can find the hot packs that I have used. There is a really nice one that sits very nicely around your neck and shoulder and is broad enough to put on you and cover your whole lumbar spine. I know those tiny ones don't really work for me. So the it's quite a big one that you can wrap around your elbow or your knee, depending on where your pain is as well. So in that blog, you can find the link to the one that I have used and I recommend. Anyway, moving back. So that was about the hot pack. Um, if you don't have time for a hot pack, you're rushed in the morning, then use a hot shower. So anyway, you're going to shower. So if you're one of those who shower in the mornings, then use a hot shower. And if you have the luxury of time, take a hot water soak in the bathtub. You can use essential oils, and you can use Epsom salts. I mean, whatever works for you, but that heat itself is going to reduce your morning stiffness. Again, for the essential oils, I'll leave the link in my blog for the ones that I use. And the ones that I specifically use for joint pain and stiffness. All right, so second is your stretches. Now, when you wake up in the morning, either in the bed, depending on which part of your body has the stiffness, if it's overall in the bed, and as soon as you get out of bed or right after your hot shower, try and do some stretches. The stretches basically will help to get the muscle. Suppose the muscle is in spasm and it's okay, let's look at your neck. So, suppose in your cervical spine, the muscles around the neck are quite tight. Usually, this is a common one. The subtrapezius gets really tight, and you feel that spasm when you wake up. So, what happens is when you're doing, say, a stretch, which is simply just this ear to shoulder stretch, so ear to shoulder stretch, what will happen is this muscle will go through a lengthening process, and that will also help to relieve the spasm. And anyway, stretching exercises are good because they release a lot of endorphins and other substances, which of course we know as the happy hormones, but they also stimulate the natural endogenous opiate system of the body, basically the natural painkiller system of the body, right? So there are a lot of hormones that are released, which acts as natural painkillers, so they can help to reduce your morning stiffness. So stretches are not just for lengthening the muscles; it's also the release of these opioids in the body. So, not the medical ones, but the natural ones. All right. So, the other thing is, sometimes it's the activities from the previous day that actually manifest as stiffness the next morning, right? So, have you actually moved around when you were sitting at your desk for that 5, 7, 8, 10 hours? Did you actually take breaks through the day? And did you do any desk based exercises? As in, did you move your head around, your shoulders, I mean, did you do any exercises for your body while you're sitting at the desk? Again, if you are looking for more of these exercises, you can go to my YouTube channel. I have done a couple of videos on this. Or you can go to YouTube, type my name, Swati Prakash, desk based exercises, and these will come up for you. So they are simple set of exercises that you can do while you are sitting at your desk, or even at your home while you're sitting in your daytime. You can easily do these exercises in like 2 or 3, maximum 3 minutes. So have a look at that. Now, if you haven't moved around a lot, or if you've had a hectic day, suppose you were on your toes all day long, right? So what happens is, in the night, try and take a cold pack and apply that on your problem area, right? So what some of the people do is, they will suppose it's your back, you lying down on the hot on the sorry on the cold pack, and you do your stretches while you're lying down on the cold pack. So they do some stretch you can do some stretches plus cold pack as well. If you don't have the luxury of time, you can do just the cold pack. What the cold pack will do is, it'll help to ease the inflammation in that joint or the spine. Cold basically will help to constrict your blood vessels, so basically narrow down the blood vessels, and it will help to ease out the inflammation in that area. The inflammation is what manifests as that soreness, or that achiness in your muscles at the end of the day. So, if you have achy or sore muscles at the end of the day, using a cold pack is a good idea. It may also help to reduce your morning stiffness the very next day, if this was one of the main reasons. This activities of the previous day were the main reasons for your morning stiffness. So, try it out and see if it works for you. All right. Another thing is your sleeping posture. So, as I said, you've been sleeping for that 6, 8, 10 hours, whatever is your sleeping duration. If you are not in a good sleeping posture, what can happen is, for example, if I am sleeping and say my hand is under my head here, so what will happen is, firstly, my head is all tilted, right? So if I'm sleeping on my left side, my head is all tilted, my arm is all twisted, and the shoulder blade muscles are not in their neutral normal length, right? Those joints are also not in that neutral alignment. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm bound to feel stiff all along my left side here. So it is very vital to have a good sleeping posture. Now, I'm not going to cover what a good sleeping posture is in this video. Again, you can go to my YouTube channel, or just go to YouTube, type Swati Prakash posture, sleeping posture, and then a couple of videos will pop up. I've done quite a few videos on these. So have a look at that. So make sure that you're sleeping in a good posture, so your joints are in a happy position in the night and they're not complaining in the morning. All right. So the last and the fifth point that I wanted to discuss with you is the use of pillows. Now, there's a lot of conflicting evidence. Evidence, no. If you go onto Google, there's a lot of conflicting advice out there about pillows. I am in the camp that feels that you should use a pillow, because I don't see a point of not using your pillow. For example, if you're a side sleeper, this is the tip of my shoulder, this is my head here. So, this gap in between these two areas need to be covered when I'm sleeping on my side. Otherwise, my head will roll all the way there, and of course, I'm going to stretch this side and compress this side, right? Or else I will be one of those who puts my hand under the head, and we just discussed what that position can do for you when you wake up in the morning. So, if you are a back sleeper, then to a pillow is using a pillow is vital. Otherwise, your head tends to roll back. So it's a thinner pillow, but you should use a pillow. Again, you can have a look at these points in details in the blog. I will leave the link in the description to the blog. If you're watching me on Instagram, you can go to my bio and you will see blogs out there. So in my bio, you can see the latest blog that is on how to reduce your morning stiffness. I have left um, links in the blog to my to the pillows that I recommend, to the hot packs, to the cold packs. So if you want, it's totally up to you. If you want, you can have a look at those. These are affiliate links, just to let you know. All right. So if you have any questions, any comments, to let me know, and you can drop them in the comment box below, and I'll address them for you. Alrighty. I'll see you guys next time.